Hello, everybody. I'm Joey Roberts. Super excited to get started. We'll get started in just a few minutes. I see a lot of people jumping on. So we will officially begin in just a few minutes. And this is a time for me to say hello and for you to find the chat. So a lot of us are just getting on. I'm going to put hi in the chat. So let's just all find the chat and let me know where you're watching from. I am in Austin, Texas. So I'm going to say Austin, Texas. Hello. I love to know where everybody is watching from. Hello, hello. I see the room is filling up. So excited that you all are here. And find the chat, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I love to know where everybody is. Oh, Susanna, okay, you're in Laredo. I have lots of friends from Laredo, and I'm in Austin. So we're not too far apart, same state, right? And we have Macedonia. Wow, okay, that's really cool. And Detroit from Winter Wonderland. At least you have a good sense of humor about the snow. Georgia, Rochester, New York, Canada. I love Toronto, all things Canada. Welcome, welcome. Really excited to share a lot about myself tonight and this opportunity to launch products that are going to make you money in 2025 because that's what we're here to chat about. So we'll get started in just a minute. I'm going to say hello. Oh, from Colorado. I love it. Perfect. So we won't go too long tonight. Set everything aside. Give yourself this opportunity to focus on yourself and learn, right? Like it's story time. I get to tell you about my story, how I built my business, and how you can do the same. So give yourself this c- total I like to say like one tab, which means you just have one tab open. You're just have this tab open, put all other distractions away. Sometimes I put my phone on do not disturb. So people do need to message me. It's going to be important. Or it's like that silence feature. So go ahead and do that. And oh, awesome. We got greetings from Mexico. Love it. Kevin in Boston. You're used to the snow. You guys are like hardy out there, super tough. I love it. We weather's been up and down in Austin, like up and down. It's going like hot, cold, hot, cold. So I'm getting a little tougher with the cold. That's I'm trying to not complain about it and just embrace it. We haven't had snow yet like some other places in Texas. Okay, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. So give your full attention and I love answering questions. So use the chat tonight. Please ask me anything. I'm going to share a lot about my story and how 2025 is going to go with products where you can make a lot of money. And I say a lot of money, meaning from the margin, right? We're going to talk all about margin. And awesome. So I'm Joey Roberts. If you haven't met me, I am a wife and a mom. I have a 7-year-old boy. And he is actually why I built my Amazon brand. I started selling on Amazon because I wanted to spend more time with my kid. I'm going to tell you a lot about my story. And I did build my first brand from 0 to 1 million in 12 months. And that was on Amazon. And then I came back and now I am a seller's coach. I like to coach people on how to sell on Amazon, how to run their business. And I still sell. I still sell plenty of products. I have a new brand from the first brand I built to over $1 million. And I'm managing partner at AMZ Insiders with my business partner, Jamie Davidson. Jamie Davidson was my mentor and he is a 9-figure seller. And it is such an honor to be able to coach and help people who want to grow their Amazon business or even just get started selling on Amazon. So, really nice to meet all of you. A little bit about just me. I did what everybody is kind of told to do. I went to college, I got the internship, I used my degree and I went into television news. I had a broadcast journalism degree. So I worked for NBC News. I worked over at CNN, CNN first, then NBC. I worked with Getty Images. Then I was like, you know what? I'm done with television news, but I still stayed in the corporate world. I went over to Callaway Golf and so on and so on. And these were all great jobs. And it's not that I don't like working. It wasn't about the work. It was about stressing over somebody else's dream. And that's where I had this reoccurring theme. It's like I was stressed out. I was rushing to work in the morning. Like in the newsroom, I had to be there at 7 in the morning. And even when I had to be at work at 9 a.m., I still was like sleeping till the last minute and rushing into work to be there on their timeline, right? You're told, okay, you have to be here. And I see in the chat also you guys have a degree in journalism too. Great. And Tammy, I'm also from San Diego. So all of us, we have a lot in common. See, you'll start to see yourself in my stories. I love it. And let me know in the chat. I love to know that it's like you totally get it. So 2017, I had my son, and he's an only child. And I was running around with him in the stroller, and it was cool, right? I took some time off of work. I was still working, but I took a little bit of a break. And here he is, only a few months old. And if you look in this picture, I have a strap on my wrist. Now, this is a stroller strap. I am not kidding when I tell you this. That is a product that I launched on Amazon in 2017, like the very, very first product I launched. Actually, I keep it on my desk at work right here to remind myself of this product. So if you look closely, if you see my head, I put a logo on it. It says Fear Free Mama. Yeah, I did. I came up with this product. I thought, you know what? There needs to be a strap on the stroller so that my sweet baby does not ever roll away from me. Or if I have a babysitter or nanny taking him, that they have a comfortable strap that they can wear on their wrist that loops around the stroller. Sounds like a great idea, right? Well, maybe it was. Um, but I just ordered 500 of them and put my logo on it and put it up on Amazon, and I thought it was going to sell. Seriously, I was like, this is how I'm going to make money. It didn't sell. Like one or two of them sold, and it's probably from people I told to buy it. It was it maybe it's a good idea, but this was the wrong product for me to sell. So it's really important. I want you to think about yourself the whole time I am talking, right? This is a bad product for me to sell. Maybe during this presentation, you'll think it could be something that you could sell or something that would also be a bad product for you to sell. Why is it bad? Well, the margin. And we're going to be talking a lot about the margin. When I say margin, I really want you to think about money. Margin is where the money is. So for me to sell this, and in 2017, I launched this for like, I sold it for like $7 on Amazon. So maybe I was making $5 per unit, maybe. Okay. Sounds okay, except there was no room and no budget for marketing because I have to educate people to tell them what this strap is. How are they going to know? That is something I did not plan for. Like, it wasn't going to be obvious that we need to be saving babies from rolling away from us. Okay. It's also difficult to differentiate. There were already stroller straps out there, and there's big companies that make stroller straps. And the most important thing is I could not justify my time and my family's money on this product. So no big deal. I learned a lesson. I only spent a few $100s on it. I think like my whole inventory order for this was $250. I only ordered, I don't know, like 200 of them, and I sold a few. I have about 50 of them in my garage. So if you're ever close to Austin, Texas, and you want one of these, let me know. Happy to give them out for free. No big deal. I was running a wallpaper company. I actually still have it today. It's called 3D Walls by Design. Super fun. I was putting up wallpaper in corporate offices. I did Under Armour. I got written up in Women in Business. the wallpaper business was going really well. Um, Two things. This wallpaper business was run by me. Like I was physically going into offices, spending 7, 8 hours a day, decorating the offices with installers, making sure everybody showed up and all the glue was off the floor. And remember, I had a little baby at home. Like I didn't want to be doing that. And I couldn't sell this business. Nobody could buy it from me because I am the entire business. Yes, I still run it today and I have a few people that help me, but I can't sell it. It is not a sellable business because I have to physically do the work. I have to make the phone calls. I have the connection. So, anyways, what happened? 2020. We're not going to revisit what happened when the pandemic hit. But what it did for me and the story I'm sharing with you is it gave me time because all of the buildings were shut down. I had no walls to outfit. It gave me time to think what went wrong when I sold on Amazon. Clearly, it wasn't Amazon's fault because Amazon is constantly making sales, right? I mean, there's e-commerce and Amazon are just growing and growing, getting bigger and bigger. And the opportunity is there. And you all know this because I'm sure you have Amazon packages sitting on your doorstep right now, right? So it's like, I know that this product or whatever product I sell could be sitting on people's doorsteps. And I thought, well, what makes it worth it to me? I thought, I want a product that I'm passionate about. That's what the strap was. But most of all, if you're going to build a company, like I wanted to build product sales, I wanted to build a brand on Amazon. I needed money. So my goal had to be to make money. And yeah, I wanted to be cool like this cat and, have some $100 bills rolling around. But the most important thing is I wanted to make money so that I could put it back into the business to be able to build a business and have a great product, change lives, and change my own life. So that's why I made this slide for you that says you got to put your margin above your emotions. And that's what I had to do. So money first, and then is it a product that I'm going to feel really good about selling? And what did I do? I wrote down my goals. And here we are, beginning of a year. So writing down goals seems natural, but goal setting is all the time. It is not just for like a certain time of year. It is really when you're starting something new or you feel like you're ready for a change. That's when you need to just be writing it down. And this might have seemed silly at the time, but I thought, okay, what would make me excited? What makes me excited is if I could sell a product and every product that sold, $100 could go back in my pocket. Sounds crazy. So what? Write it down. Doesn't matter. This was just my goals. I didn't even have a product. Well, if you're going to do that, if I'm going to sell a product that gives me $100 in my pocket, it needs to be for sale on Amazon over $200. And that sounds simple because I'm saying it to you, but most sellers on Amazon don't think that way. They think low price. Let's be the low cost provider. Let's sell something at $25. I'm going to challenge all of you. When you're shopping on Amazon and you find a product in the $25 range, know that there are other sellers out there who have been able to push it to be $60, $70, $100, maybe even $200. And I want you to start shifting your mindset to looking at who is selling the higher cost. I don't care if you buy it or not, but I want it to be more about thinking about selling versus what you're actually going to purchase as yourself. So, in order to make $100 per unit, I needed to have suppliers, manufacturers that I can buy my product from, that I could buy it for anywhere from $50 to $70. And these were just my goals. This was just stuff I wrote down out of just knowing. And what do I do? Well, the key to success on Amazon is not creating a product from scratch. No, we need to find products that are already selling. So you modify an existing product. I'm going to say that again. You find products that are already selling that we know are in demand on Amazon, and then you change it, you make it better. And the way that we do that, especially in 2025 using AI, is read the competitor reviews. So simple. There is gold in all of those ratings. And Amazon is so strict with ratings that you are going to see plenty of negative reviews on even really great products, because the more products that are sold, there's just going to be the people out there who complain. Those could be your customers that you can make these new and improved products. For me, I changed the color and I made it a little bit more of a modern design. Remember, I worked in wallpaper and design, so I thought things needed to be really modern. Not everybody thinks that way. You can change the color, you can change the size, big, small. The most important thing that I did is I got a mentor. I decided I needed to learn from Amazon sellers who were successful, who'd already achieved the success that I wanted. Otherwise, I would all end up like this stroller strap again, with like, 50, hundreds of them sitting in my garage. I'm not kidding. These are still sitting in my garage, and I carry this around. I have them all over as reminders of where I started and where I'm at now. If you had told me that I would be talking to you guys about this story when I created this, I would not have believed it. So in March of 2021, that was my Super Bowl. I launched my product. I went from what I'm telling you over here, finding the customer reviews, making changes to a product that's already selling, making the design modern, to launching. Honestly, it really only took me a few months. And the reason I have Father's Day up here is because Father's Day was my big marketing push. So when I launched in March, I knew Father's Day was coming in June, and I was going to do a big push for it. So I started all of my marketing early. I was like, okay, that's great. I'm going to sell, but I know that I'm going to hit it big for Father's Day. And so all I did was Amazon PPC. Those are just ads you run on Amazon. Like when you're shopping on Amazon and the ads pop up, that's Amazon PPC. Couple Google ads, little bit of social media, handful of influencers. Look, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, so I had to be really tight with the budget. I hadn't even made money yet. It was March, right? So this is just how I did it. Knowing your goals. It wasn't by accident. It wasn't an oops, I hit $1 million. No, I knew that I needed to sell so many units per month, per week, and even in a single day. So that, like, if on Monday I had a bad sales day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I better be able to make up for that with some type of marketing. That's how hard I was on myself. I bet on myself and I wasn't going to let myself down. I had already made these goals and I was like, I want to do it. But really, to get to your first million, number 5 is the most important. As simple as possible. You don't want to complicate things and you want to learn to do it all yourself. Oh, and just so you know, I run the Fearless Sellers podcast. It's one of the top rated podcasts for Amazon sellers. And that's me and my business partner sitting in our studio. I don't think that QR code is working right now, but this is my podcast. So I would love for all of you to be my next success story because I highlight lots of sellers' successes. So, side note on my Amazon business, after 12 months, I sold it. I exited the brand and realized that it was growing too quickly and it was taking me away from the entire reason that I started my Amazon business, which was to spend more time with my kid. And in by the time I sold it, he wasn't even in elementary school yet. He's 7 now, but at that time he still needed me. I needed to be home. So for me it was a good decision to sell it, and then I started a new business, still focused on that I need to make at least $500 per day. into my pocket. So that has always been my goal. And one thing people say is like, well, what should I sell? And I love to show you the top products that people purchase on Prime Day. So Prime Day is when Amazon puts on major sales and everybody goes crazy. And they also collect some really cool data. And look at this. You might have been able to guess this, but it's like home goods. Things that go in your home are always great sellers. People are constantly buying stuff to go in their house. I mean, even this like green wall, I'm in my office, but in this green wall, this is like a home decor product, right? And you can just see it in this video with me. I mean, there's, if you look around, Amazon products everywhere in your home. So home goods are great. Household essentials. Household essentials are good because you get the subscribe and save. Okay. Um, I sell in health and wellness now, but the company that I built before was outdoor sports. So, um, outdoor sports, which isn't on here at the moment, but you know, maybe next Prime Day it'll climb back up in the ranks. That's okay. I still did really well, and they're still great products to sell. It's kind of like, what category should I sell in? That's always the question I get. I think if you're new, home products is great. But if you are really looking to knock your margin out of the park, I recommend sports and outdoors. People spend money on sports. People spend money on office products too, and office products are a little bit more expensive because they're usually bigger and have a function to them. But big margins come in sports and outdoors. So I want to leave you with that thought. You can also check Amazon's hot new releases. I like to show that, and we'll go into that in a little bit when I get to show you how I find products to sell. That will be really fun. Just to break apart home, um, I like to show you this because home includes everything, like even like cool storage units to kitchen gadgets. Look at this kitchen gadget. You look at this and you know that somebody's spending at least $200 on this. It doesn't cost $200 for this to be manufactured. And even these the faux plants, these are also pretty expensive and can get up there, and we know they don't cost that much. Furniture, they're very clever with how they package furniture now so that it's easier to ship, but furniture is also one of the more expensive products, which means more margin. So this is a pillow, and maybe you've seen these on Amazon before. These are not new. But why I'm showing you this is because I had the honor of coaching John, and we call him Uber driver John. He is an Uber driver, and my business partner was in his Uber, and John was just having conversations like, "Hey, dude, what do you do?" And my business partner, Jamie, told him, you know, he sells products on Amazon. We have a coaching program. Well, I was able to have a phone call with John, and when I was talking to him on the phone, I just knew he was an action taker. I knew that if he had the right tools, if he knew the methods to selling on Amazon, that he was going to do well. But he had to trust me and he had to trust the method. If I could show you a picture of John, you would see that John is this like rugged outdoorsy guy, and he sells pillows. And then you look at me and I'm sitting here telling you, oh, I sold outdoor sporting goods stuff, right? You would think I sold the pillows and that John sold the sporting goods. But here's the thing. These pillows are the right product for John to sell, whereas the sports products were the right products for me to sell based on budget and marketing and a whole bunch of other things that have nothing to do really with what we're into. Is John into pillows? Nah, probably not. But you know what he is into? He's into building a brand. He's into the marketing. He's into being able to differentiate. And guess what? That was the same thing for me with my outdoor sports. Yes, I was proud of my product, but I actually wasn't the target market, right? It was a Father's Day gift. It was a target for men for Father's Day. And John's pillows, I'm a great target for that. I buy his pillows all the time as teachers' gifts. So I want you to be thinking of yourself while I'm telling you this. So you start to think, okay, if I were to put the Amazon methods that I teach to use, it opens up a lot of products that you could sell, right? Like the stroller strap, I I wanted to sell it, and yeah, it probably fit me at the time because I had a baby, but it wasn't the right product for me. The margin wasn't there. So John is still doing really well. His first month of selling, he sold over $10,000 that month. And it was his very first month, and he didn't know how to sell. And it was wonderful because he was running out of inventory, and I got to coach him through that. I had had a similar experience. His brand is doing really well. He's rebranded already and come out with a lot of new sizes and colors. So, hats off to John. How do we beat the competition? All right, remember I had the wallpaper company. So these are wall tiles, and the wall tiles here, I made two changes. You can see right now I have them on the ceiling. Okay, that was one cool thing. It's like, hey, instead of being on the wall, they can also go on your ceiling. And then digging into the reviews, somebody said that they were made of, or that they were kind of like a not a great color because they're made of recycled material. Well, yeah, if you've ever seen high-end wall tiles, they're made of bagasse. That is a all natural material that is spun from fibers over in Asia. And it does kind of look like cardboard. So you can see these are white. So I just found a way to paint these white. And then I was the only person who launched with white tiles. And then I had tiles across the board, every color in the rainbow, but I was the first to do it. So that's just a few ways you can do it. And is anybody ever concerned about the Chinese competition? Let me know in the chat if you've ever thought about yes or no. Like, have you thought about how do I beat out Chinese competition? Right? If that's ever come to mind. This is Zule Kitchen. They've been on my podcast. I know them very well. They live in Florida, US based company. And look at their photos. A Chinese company is not going to be able to compete with these photos because they stand apart. And that's exactly what you need to do. Yes, of course, there's other companies in China who can do this, but you need to have beautiful photos and convey exactly what your product does. And then look at this one. So we're talking about margin. We're talking about how to make money, right? $500 per day. They made a premium one for $25. There is nothing different between this $10 one except for it is black, it comes in a beautiful box, and the photography is absolutely stunning, right? I mean, just from the packaging design, they can more than double the price and make their margin bigger. So hats off to them. I absolutely love this. So the main thing I want you to think about is innovation. You have to have a good product. So when I'm saying, okay, we're going to sell something for a lot of money and have a big margin, well, you're going to love your product and you're going to know that it is a great product, that people should be paying higher prices for it. And that is what wins. Innovation will win on Amazon, and you have to be more and more innovative through 2025. The best thing too, and this happened with my products, is you can get patents. You trademark your brand name, but you can patent your product. So nobody else can sell it. And if they do, you can have the authority to tell them to stop. I also love that when you have a unique product and you have a niche product, you get raving fans who absolutely love your products and want to talk about it all the time. Now, Amazon is, I don't know, can be a little tricky, and people worry about a, account suspension. But really, if you just follow the rules and remember that you're selling on Amazon's platform, this isn't your own website, this is Amazon's platform. So you just follow their policies. And they give you plenty of warnings and ways that you can sort things out. So you don't even have to worry about account suspension. But I've had many people come through AMZ Insiders with shutdown accounts. Like they'll show up and tell me like, "Hey, my account is shut down." I'm like, "You know what? I got you. I can help you." I have helped many people be able to get their accounts back up and running. And it's not always for horrible reasons, right? Why they get their account shut down. There's little mistakes we all make as sellers, and some of them can have bigger consequences than others. But I just like to say nothing is set in stone, and you can usually totally fix it. So yeah, I see in the chat. So yeah, if your account is suspended, don't give up hope. There are definitely ways to get it back, but what I do want to encourage everybody is just to respond to Amazon as quick as possible and as professional and super nice, and let them know how you're going to correct the situation. This was what I was talking about with raving fans. BMW, I don't have a BMW anymore, but I have owned several BMWs, and wow, BMW drivers just absolutely love BMW. Their BMWs can be broken down on the side of the road and they don't care. They are like still loving the brand and ready to buy a brand new BMW, right? That happens with another brand of car, and it's like, I'm never driving that car again. It's like, nope, BMW. So I think of that when I'm selling on Amazon. Our goal is to get raving fans by having the best product possible. And there is a lot of ways when people buy from you to be able to get them to be a repeat customer. And one cool, easy way is to put in a product insert card. This rides for free in your packaging. So you just create this and it rides for free in the package. And you might start to notice this when you open your Amazon packages that you're buying, that there's a little card in there for instructions. Well, now it's a way for us to capture information. One thing I do want to tell you is you cannot just say, "Hey, give me a 5-star review," right? You also can't say, "Hey, if you had a negative experience, email me. Don't leave a review." So there's some little tricks and tips that you need to know for your insert card, but insert cards are really, really helpful to be able to do this. And this is a warranty card. You can do this too. So these templates I actually built um, using Clarity6.ai, and this is a really cool AI tool, and this is a landing page that you can also build. So there's tools set up where you can just plug and play, and everything can link back to your Amazon products. And people do ask how you get reviews. Give me a 1 in the chat if you read reviews and care a lot about customer reviews. I think we all kind of do. Like, I think reviews are really important and big, and Amazon's made it much easier to ask for reviews. Like they have the Amazon Vine program. That's a great way to get reviews. I enroll in that every time. And there's a button. Did you know that like Amazon will let you as the seller go in there and you just hit request a review, and Amazon sends the email for you. You can actually automate this button also. Okay, good. We got a lot of people who care about reviews. Yeah, reviews are big. I mean, that's like word of mouth, right? It's the heart of your product when people are saying what they love, and you can also learn from reviews what you can improve on. But there's so many cool ways to be able to get reviews. Okay, so I want to tell you about finding products to sell, right? The most fun, I'd say, is looking for products to sell. Now that you guys all know where the chat is, let me know in the chat, yes or no, if you have sold on Amazon before, or no, you've never sold. And look, I'm not asking how successful you are or where your business is at. I'm just curious, like, yes or no, have you sold, on Amazon? While you are doing that, I want to take you over. I'm going to do a live demo because I love demonstrating. So I'm going to take you guys over to Amazon. by sharing my screen. All right, so far I see like we're split, right? Like 50-50 on this. Okay, some tried, some are selling, some are not. Okay, awesome. Well, this is for everybody. Okay, you should see my screen. You should see Amazon on my screen. Let me know in the chat, yes or no, if you can see Amazon on the screen. So this is just Amazon.com, basic website. I start everything here. Now, one thing I was telling you before is you can look at bestsellers. So I do like to look at bestsellers, like what is trending. And all right, we have water bottles. These Stanley cups, I have to tell you, they are always in the top 1 or 2 position. So if I'm looking at a Stanley Cup and it's like an expensive water bottle, you know, it's $35, I'm not going to try to copy this and sell a Stanley Cup, right? That's like Stanley's got that. They're crushing it. They're a big brand. But you know what I might sell is a Stanley Cup accessory or a Stanley Cup holder, accessory holder in my car because it's like my Stanley Cup is so big. It's like takes up too much space in my car. So I start to think that way when I'm like looking at the bestsellers. Okay, I am going to, all right, if anybody's brave enough in the chat and wants to give me something to look up on Amazon, and we will look at it with the AMZ Scout Pro extension. But I do want to, I'm going to start with an example and then we can show somebody, I can look up others. But what I want to stay on the topic of is products that are going to make at least $100 per product. And I want to show you one of those. So I'm looking at things that I was looking for. Okay, I'm going to look up a shoe rack. Okay, I'll check the chat. Okay, cool. I see the acne patch. Okay, we'll look at the acne patch also. But right now I'm going to pull up the shoe rack. So I'm just doing the root word, and that's the keyword is shoe rack. So here we're looking, okay, right? These are shoe racks. Not that cool. Here's a $47 one. Okay, you know, that's like all right. But I want to create something that is bigger and better than all of this. So here we are with shoe rack. And now we're going to click the AMZ Scout extension. Already you can see right here, it's giving it a niche score of 7. And I love that. I love just seeing that it's like scoring right there. And that means that it's nice. So this extension, I'm still on Amazon. I just clicked AMZ Scout, the Pro extension. And look, it is scraping the entire front page. Absolutely awesome. And it's going through all of the top, everything on the front page, which is, you know, usually like 30, 40 listings. I think this says like 50, and then the results are 72 because there's a lot of variation. So look, it marks what is hot. So we know which shoe racks are hot, and the margins are good. They're like 44%, 50%, 52. So far these are pretty good, and you can customize up here what you want them to look for. This is really cool. So there's a product score for private label right here, and this is like a 4. You can even sort by that if you wanted. Like we could go sort by like who is the top of the product score for private label selling on Amazon. Well, what is this? Okay. All right, I'm listening. All right, this is interesting. So this shoe rack is the top opportunity for private label based on data that AMZ Scout is giving us that is pulled from Amazon. They're making about $34,000 per month. Hey, I would like to make that, right? They have a 65% margin. Their price is $150. Okay, now we're talking. This is gold. Okay, and I'm not selling this product, and I feel like we just found our product that could make us money. The other thing I like, they are less than a year old, and they are making a lot of money for being only a year old, $34,000 a month. This is per month. Okay, so super cool. Let's click into this. Uh, and here we go. We're looking a little bit further and we're going to click the extension again. And I just like to dig in and see all the results that we can see. Oop. And there is a lot of information that we can get up here. You can even, if we're like, yeah, this is the home run, I'm going to go for it. You can just find suppliers on Alibaba right here, right now, just like clicking right there. Um, Very cool. We're just looking at this specific, oops, excuse me, this specific one. But let's take a look. So they do have different ones to make it um higher price. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so it goes all the way up to almost $200. Um and oh, they have the Amazon Choice badge. They haven't even been selling for a year yet and they got the Amazon Choice badge. This is this is pretty impressive. So, but here's the thing. How are we going to make it better? Right? That is our goal. We need to make this look even better. So what I want to do is, now that the AMZ Scout has validated it for us, the tool validated that this is a really awesome, nice product to sell, I want to get a way to improve it. So I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and I'm going to upload this from my computer. And I will just upload quickly this shoe rack. So now our goal is to improve this so that it is going to sell for at least $200. How about that? Let's sell this for $200 on Amazon. You guys with me? Let's do it. I'm going to first say, I like to say, describe this product to me to kind of warm it up so it knows that is selling on Amazon. Okay. And the reason I'm showing you this description is because it is going to give a much better description than I would. I was about to be like, I don't know, it's like circle and it's tall and it's holds a lot of shoes. And okay, so now we want an image of let's make it better. Also, one thing I do want to point out, I'm going to go back over here, is um is where to go? Oh, I want to go back onto Amazon. Is sorry, I was on the wrong tab. Okay, is here we can even dive into the reviews, right? And there's 1 star, 2 star reviews. So go ahead, we could pull these and ask for improvements. Look, I already have improvements that I want in my head. I'm not kidding. Like, I have improvements just by looking at this. Um, like this, but we can go through here. For the sake of time, I'm not going to read every single review, and you can also use AI to read the reviews. But let's go back over to ChatGPT and say, create a modern version of this, and I want to add LED lights, with LED lights that can sell on Amazon for $200 or higher. Oh, always tell it to create an image. Create an image. Okay. All right. Who's excited? I'm pretty excited to design a cool shoe rack. Let's see. The suspense. Come on, ChatGPT. Oh my. Okay, wow. This is like a $600 shoe rack. Um, okay, so this is the start, right? I might make a couple different changes to it. I don't know why this looks like it's like massive to me, but maybe you can make different sizes of this. Um, and then you can go back and forth and have a chat with ChatGPT to get it where you want. And you can even take this picture and send it over to a supplier. Let me know in the chat if this is cool and interesting. I'm gonna check the chat. Blender water bottle, Resistance Brands, acne patch. Okay, cool. Let's do all of those. Let me show you how we're gonna look at all that on the extension. So I'm going back over to Amazon and I'm doing acne patch. All right, so this one is pulling up, and okay, so you said acne patch. They're all looking very, very similar. So I'm gonna go with this is exactly what you want. Um, you can let me know if I missed the mark on this, but this is an interesting product to look at and validate. Um, excuse me. Okay, here we go. So all we're gonna do, super simple. We're staying on Amazon, and I'm in Chrome, and I've installed the AMZ Scout Pro extension, and already it's saying that the niche score is a 5. Okay, so we click on this, still on Amazon, and it is going over the entire first page. The first page is really what matters because those are the people who get sales. If you're on the second page, well, then you got to work on marketing, which I can help you with to get on the first page. So this is where the money is at. And what I want to do is look at who's making the most money. Oh, Mighty Patches. Okay, so Mighty Patches making $1.7 million a month. $1.7 million a month. Yes, I said it. That's how much Mighty Patch is making. Look, when we're looking at any product, it can be anything, but we're talking about the acne patch. You want to think of 3 things. The first one is, can I compete? Does it sell well? And can I make money? So I'll say those again. Can I compete? Does it sell well? And can I make money? So the first thing we're going to do is sort by who is making the most money, because that's like what we want to know. Estimated revenue right there. Mighty Patch, Mighty Patch. Okay, here's one that I haven't heard of. Mighty Patch I know sells in you know, big box stores. They're everywhere. CVS and Target. I'm like, I'm not scared of Mighty Patch, but um you know, they are making a lot of money. So I need to know, can I get some of that money? Like, can I get some of that 1.7 that they're making? This COSRX, I haven't heard of them. And they're crushing it at 1 million a month. Okay, and then we're going down. Mighty Patch, Pimple Patches. Here's something. Okay, this has the hot badge. Um, so it's a pimple patch. Okay. What I would say on this is you really need to differentiate if you're going to be selling these patches. There is a difference when you sell a product that the average price, see up here, the average price is $12 versus what I was talking about before when we want to sell something that is like over $200. You are going to have to sell a lot more of those products at $12 to hit your $1 million goal than I had to sell with my products that were selling around the $200 mark, right? So you can think about that, like you just have to get so many more sales, but there are a lot there is a lot of money being made in these acne patches. I mean, like lots of money, right? Like we're down at number like I don't know. I'm way down this list and people are still making $120,000 a month. So it's there. Now you just so we said there's demand. We know that there it can make money. Can you compete? That is the challenge. So this is where coaching comes in and also you know, making the improvements so that your product stands out where you're digging into the reviews and you're making improvements on the patch. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I would like to get to everybody's suggestions. Um, I will get to the Q&A. I'm just bouncing all over right now. Okay, let's look at the Blender water bottle. That's the brand Blender. Are you talking for resale? I think that might be for resale for the blender water bottle. If not, let me know and we'll look at that too. But I'm gonna do the resistance bands for Leonardo. Let's do resistance bands. Come over here. Okay. Oop, I just saw it. There it is. All right, resistance band. So this is the key word that people are searching for. Right away, love that there's like awesome branding videos for a brand I've never heard of. Okay. I just love it. I love seeing brands I've never heard of just crushing it like this video. And look at this. The Pro extension is giving you a huge thumbs up with a 9 niche score. Wow. I'm impressed that it's on a 9. So that tells me that there is a great demand for this. So remember, we are looking at, is there demand? Meaning, are people buying it? Can you compete? And can you make money? Right? Because we're here to make money. So let's pull up resistant bands and check it out. Who is making the most money? I'm just curious. I'm guessing there's tons of money in this. Not as much. I guess it's spread out more than the acne patch. So that's actually a good sign. Um, Pull up these. Okay, so there's different types of resistance bands for sure, but you are going to have to compete against them, right? Like why somebody should buy these. Well, those are different than these. But anyways, let's look at the root word is resistance bands, and the average price is $20, and there's like crazy amounts being sold, right? Like, 9,000 per month are being sold. So let's look. This brand, which is not a well-known name, it's actually, just got a random name, is crushing it, making over $500,000 a month in sales. So that is really good, and it's making a lot of money. If we keep scrolling down, like let's go halfway down the page. I mean, they're still making $100,000 a month, and we're like way down the page on these types. And I like what this person did here. They made it into an entire system. So that's one way to get the price a little higher, is when you make it into a full system. Let's go by price. Let's see who's the most expensive. Oop, going back, that would be the least expensive. Okay, let's see who has the best margins, right? I'm going to assume because they're the most expensive, they have the best margins. Under Sun resistance bands is selling for $80, and they're making $45,000 a month. So you know what this tells me? The market is there to capture for higher priced resistance bands because they're making $45,000 per month. And what are these? These ones, I mean, same thing here, like putting in a whole system. So, yeah, I think this is super cool. Again, it comes down to differentiating, right? Can you compete? Sure, you can compete because these are constantly evolving. And how are you going to do that? And that's where coaching comes in, and we can use some AI to go through all of that. But yeah, really, really cool. I really like all of that. Um, and this is where like the extensions are. And I want to switch to a different extension really quick and just show you this one. Oops. And I have on the resistance bands, this is a really good one. So this is the AMZ Scout Pro AI extension. And this one will show you the monthly revenue that's coming out. So it's loading, but this is a really good to use the Pro AI extension on the resistance bands. So it's loading. It'll just take a second. It's just taking a little bit longer because it's pulling a lot of AI, and also since we're live right now. But this is what you get with the AMZ Scout extension, is this whole bundle of product research, and there it goes. Okay, so it's showing us the monthly revenue on resistance bands is 9 million. I mean, that's crazy. And it gives you all of this. The ratings are at 4.5. That tells me that there's room for improvement. And this you can see with the AI extension. So super cool stuff. Um, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna switch back over to the presentation. And if oh, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so the Pro extension will also have a profitability calculator, and there's just so many really cool things. I showed you a lot of this with the product ratings and the niche, and then how to find the monthly sales, so you can see how much even a product is making. And so yeah, we have the listing quality score. That is super cool. It has all of this, and it'll calculate all of fees, ratings, reviews. We saw all of that. So just making sure that you know all the cool things that you get with it. And the AMZ Scout has a keyword search, and you can look up other people's listings. And I just showed you the extension, but like once you actually get into AMZ Scout's like full website, their full software and their tool, you can build your listing and pretty much run your Amazon business from inside of AMZ Scout by checking on your keywords and having the AI tools to help you with optimizing your listing so that it gets seen. So you have the right keywords to show up. And oh, this is a really cool product also for 2025, a wax seal stamp. And this one's great because the average monthly revenue is 5,000. So this to me is a really great starter product because it is lightweight, it won't break when it ships, and it's super cool. And here you can see, this is all from inside AMZ Scout, by the way, but you can see what the sales are. And then automatic cat feeder. I absolutely love this product because it can be a higher margin. Look, 71%, right? It has a high margin. You can make this. This one shows the average price is $83. That means that there is a market to have higher priced products on this. Like really cool. And this one has the camera, super cool. This is AMZ Insiders. This is our product sales, just to show you that we're not messing around. And if you've sold on Amazon before, you know that this is what you run. I just run this off my phone. This is the app from Seller Central, and you can see how much your sales are. And you want to be making over $500 a day. I mean, that's kind of like a goal. And it could be $500 from one product, and then you keep adding products, and those products make $500 a day. And then it just keeps adding up and up. So just showing you what our methods can do. And we have a team, I think is the biggest difference, is like we are a team of coaches and sellers, right? I'm a 7-figure seller. My business partner is a 9-figure seller because he sold over 100 million a year on Amazon. And we have helped many others become $1 million sellers. And so it's like, okay, cool. I just told you my story. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the opportunity and about what I did. But it's like, can you do it yourself? With Amazon FBA, you can. Honestly, that is the program that Amazon offers that makes it so easy to sell because you don't have to keep any inventory at your house. You can have it shipped from the supplier directly to the warehouse. And then Amazon packs everything up and ships it to the doorstep, right? Just like how you're getting all of your products. Those are mostly shipped from Amazon's warehouse. And then Amazon does the customer service for you. So this is how I was able to build my Amazon business on the side of my wallpaper business that I showed you, right? Because I had to make money. Like I still had my full-time job, but luckily I wasn't packing and shipping. Amazon did all of that for me. And that's what you do. So you leverage Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon, and when you're ready, you can expand to other countries. And we kind of talked about how to rank and yeah, you can sell products on TikTok. Like as soon as you're up and running on Amazon, like you can sell other platforms and have it shipped from Amazon everywhere. And the biggest thing that made a difference for me is that I knew selling on Amazon was hard, but I needed help. And the first step to reaching any goal in life is asking for help. Like, how are we supposed to know how to do things if we've never done it before? Right? Like we're talking in the chat. I went to school for broadcast journalism, just like one of you was telling me that you're currently a news anchor. Well, then you're not going to be getting an education on how to sell on Amazon, right? We don't learn it. You got to learn it somewhere. And the best way to learn it is from people who have been there and people who want to help, right? Like I want to help you guys. Like I want to help you learn to sell, or if you're currently stuck in your business, then I want to help you grow your brand. Or if you're selling products somewhere else and you're not selling on Amazon, whatever it is, it's like we all have it in common that we know there's the opportunity to make money on Amazon, and I can help you do it, and my team can help you do it. It's not just about me, it's about the team collectively coming together and being able to help. And um, I did this to spend more time with my kid, and the interesting thing is he's 7, and I don't miss any of his events. I am there to pick him up, but he loves to learn about selling. So he is selling his own products, right? Like I've helped him have his own Amazon store and taught him how to make money on Amazon. And obviously Amazon will be around when he's older. And I just hope that either I have an Amazon business that I can hand over to him, or that he grows his own business, because it has changed my life. It makes my income. I can make as much as I want. I'm in control of how much I make, right? Like I grew that one business from 0 to a million. I could have kept growing it and growing it, but it was taking away from spending time with my son. And it was a very nice payday when I sold the business. So keep that in mind that the day you sell your business is the biggest payday. But I needed help. And that's when I reached out to AMZ Insiders and was like, I need some help. And how do you choose somebody to help you? The biggest thing is, are they helping people get results? Like I showed you Uber driver John with his pillows, right? Like his first month of selling, he made over $10,000. I we help brands come to us and say, "Hey, we want to launch on Amazon." Um, those are really kind of more like structured. That's not my favorite ones to help, to be honest. I love to help people who are kind of just like me, who want to start I guess I could call it a side hustle, like an Amazon business on the side, or they want to grow their current business. Um, because that is where it's life changing. It's not life changing for those brands and the employees, right? What I want to do is help people scale their business and get them the results that most of my students who are willing to take action get. And I see it all the time, tons and tons of different products too. And here's Chad. Um, Chad is so great. He has been part of AMZ Insiders for about 3 years, and he launches a new brand, and then he'll go do it by himself, and then he'll come back and be like, you know what, I need the coaching again. So it's just been such a pleasure. And I love that he said AMZ Insiders is 100% the real deal. So if you're interested in working with me, then I want to help you grow. That's just how I am. It's like if you're interested in it, then you're taking time to bet on yourself and you're taking action, then why not, right? Like let's talk about how you can get started as well. So this is the AMZ Insiders offer that I have. This is not the price. I'm just telling you what like the total value is of all of this. And it is 26 weeks of the Pro Academy. And that is at the moment, it's like 100 videos. It's a step-by-step guide on how to build your Amazon business. It's trainings with me. I'm in the videos. Jamie's in the videos, our coach Matt, we have coach Travis, coach Carrie. The only requirements for our coaches is that they went through AMZ Insiders and they did our methods and they built their Amazon business and they're still selling. That's a lot of requirements, right? It's not one guru. And that's who is teaching in our Pro Academy and who you learn from. We also have our live trainings, and those are typically taught by me or Jamie or one of the experts that we will bring in. You also get a one-on-one consultation on your goals. Like, how are you going to reach your goals, and how can we ensure that you have a successful product launch? And I have made some spreadsheets, so I have some worksheets that have helped me, and that is actually part of this bundle as well. And sourcing is huge, right? Like how to find suppliers. We'll give you the blueprint, and all of this comes with our exclusive black book of resources. Like, who is our resource book of who we trust and who we work with. And then we have our marketing, ranking, and review hacks. We all said we care about reviews, right? So we have hacks on how to get good reviews. And of course, lots of AI. I showed you a little bit of Chat GPT that you can implement. And then we also have a TikTok shop training, and other trainings about selling on other platforms, including Walmart. So that's the bundle. And you also get a 1-year AMZ Scout AI tool set. So you get the Pro extension that we went over, and you'll get the AI Pro extension that has a lot more in depth. It has the sales, it'll read the reviews for you. Like, it'll go through reviews and tell you how to improve your product. It has the database looking up, it has the listing builder, keyword checker, everything you need to launch your product is pretty much in this toolkit. And the bonuses are this monthly trend report is so great. It comes to your inbox and it is like, here's the hot products to sell right now. And I guarantee you, if you jump on that right away, it could be your winning product. And then there is ideas for what the top 1% most profitable products are. And those come weekly, and they're sorted out of AI. So it's like AI goes in and will sort it out for you. So hey, AI is smarter than anything I could show you. So definitely I would want to see that report. And AMZ Scout is really heavy with data. So they're going to sort through all of the data and then send you 5 ready to go products, like ideas that are already there. And of course, how to get reviews, so important. Staying in compliance with Amazon's policies. And we talked about the first page, and they have a guide of how to actually be on the first page of Amazon. Like, that's where my products are, that's where all the winning products go. And for suppliers, they have the list of 100 private label suppliers in the US and Europe, because a lot of people want to know where you can source out of the US and in Europe, because the US and Europe have higher standards. So somebody in the chat was talking about supplements. That is exactly it. It's like, you want to source your supplements in the US. Anything that you ingest or that goes on your body, you definitely would want to get from the US. And that's what I do. I do sell some creams and I sell some supplements. And the entire AMZ Scout deal is everything I just went over, and it is valued at just over $4,000. Okay, so that's not the price right now, but that's over $4,000. And combined with the AMZ Insiders deal, the total for all of this that you get, like if you were to just pay for it, would be like $15,000. That's a lot of money, right? Like that's absolutely crazy. So just on this webinar, just for you, it is only $799. I know that price is absolutely crazy, but we know that it's the beginning of the year and we want to kick this off strong with knowing that Amazon is going to just get bigger and bigger. And this opportunity to sell in 2025 is right now. So that is why AMZ Scout and AMZ Insiders, my company, came together and we're like, let's think of the best deal that we can do. And look, you have the scan to pay. I hope my head's not blocking it for you. The scan to pay. So worldwide, I know we had some people in Canada and across the waters. You can scan to pay with the one-time payment, or if you're in the US and you want to do 4 payments, you can use the Klarna, and you can scan over here and that'll do four payments for the 799. So $799 one-time payment and the 4 option for the 4 payments. And you get all of this unlocked for you in the bundle, and you get 1 year of the AMZ Scout AI tool set. I mean, it's just the bonuses alone are amazing, but this is a tool, the Pro extension that I was showing you, that I can't live without. Like I need to know the sales that are being made. I need to be able to answer those questions that I was telling you. The does it sell well? Can I compete? And can I make money? And you have to have tools to answer that question. You can't just do that on Amazon because then you're guessing and you'll end up selling the stroller strap because I just wanted to do it. And that's fine. That's cute. That's called a hobby. That is not a business. That is not a side hustle that's going to make you money. It's like a cute hobby that we're like hoping is going to make us money. And I don't gamble on hope as a mom, and my time is valuable. I want to be able to work out, spend time with my friends and with my kids. So no more products that I'm like, oh, I hope this takes off. No, you're going to find products with the AMZ Scout tools that are based off of data. Does it sell well? Can you compete? And does it make money? I keep repeating this because I want you to hear it over and over while you're looking for products to sell, and you get to know me better while I'm coaching you. So, um, okay, so supplements, blender, awesome. All right, I'm gonna look at the questions. Um, okay, yes. How do you get the extension? Okay, I think I've answered most of these. I do see one about fashion jewelry. Um, how do you bring up the fashion jewelry? Yeah, you can. The Pro extension would be able to help you with that. But one of the things when you're looking at fashion jewelry, you could put in different types, right? Like costume jewelry or designer jewelry, something along those lines. And the extension would be really helpful for you just to see what in jewelry is making money when you drill down and see. So that's definitely something that I would use the AMZ Scout tool to look at. Good question. Thank you for asking. And the link is in the chat. So the one time is in there for worldwide. And then if you want to break it up into the payments. Um, and then uh, the best part is you have 10 days to refund. 10 days. You get to check all this out. And then after 10 days, if you're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that this is for me, then no big deal. You just email the support at amzscout.net right there and they'll refund you. The bonuses that I mentioned, you'll have long-term access to all of that. And you get a whole year, annual access, an entire year of AMZ Scouts tool So that means even when you find your first couple products to sell, in 6 months, 6 weeks, whatever your timeline is, you can find more products to sell. But while you're doing that, you still need AMZ Scout to find your keywords. The keyword data is so important. And then AMZ Scout does you a favor with their AI and lets you build your listing. Your listing is your storefront in there. So the storefront will be what gets people to purchase from you. And AMZ Scout's tool is where you can build it and you can beat the competition because you'll know what keywords your competitors are using. AMZ Scout knows that for you. I don't know it. I have to look into AMZ Scout. I got to look up in the tools how I'm going to win over the competition. And look, I got to tell you, if you're seeing people like Mighty Patch and those other brands, the big brands up there, they know what all the keywords are. So if you're going to sell that acne patch, you need to know what keywords they're winning at and what you're going to win at. It doesn't have to just be the word acne patch. It needs to be acne patch for women, acne patch for teenagers, right? And you drill down and see, okay, what keyword can I actually win at and make all of this money at? Um, oh, this breaks down the payment. The slide is how the split into four works. This is super cool to do it into four payments. I say do the one-time payment because then you don't ever have to think of it again, but it's totally up to you. It's your money. This is the first investment in betting on yourself in 2025, saying, you know what? I can do this. Look, I've been there. I did the same thing. I took the chance of with AMZ Insiders to think, can this really help me? Because the stroller strap didn't go well. Like, can I get help? Of course, right? Of course. You got to learn from people who have done it. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna invest in myself and I'm gonna bet on myself. Doesn't it feel good to think of it that way? Like I'm going to depend on me. Like I bet on myself. I don't have to listen to my boss. I don't have to have somebody tell me how to do this because even though I'm your coach, it's like I give you my opinion. It's your business. You do what you want. And that's what it is. I got mentor advice and I did what I wanted. And look, I was short on time because it was doing it on the side of my full-time job. And yes, I recommend if whatever job you have right now, keep your job and do this on the side. I would set aside at least, minimum 4 hours a week. Ideally, if you could carve out 8 to 10 hours a week, you're going to have your Amazon business launched real quick, depending on how quickly you can get your product. If you have, 8 to 10 hours, I mean, think if you're watching Netflix and watching a series, that that's like, could be 6 to 10 hours a week. I'm not telling you to stop watching Netflix. I'm just saying put up your computer and while you're watching Netflix, do some product research. Yes, I do product research. Well, my husband and I watched the all of the rest of Yellowstone, right? And I know everything that happened in Yellowstone and I was still able to look at products I might want to sell. Now, when you're serious and you've got your product ideas, I do recommend giving 100% attention to validating your top product ideas. But while you're just combing around looking in the extension, you can do that while you're watching Netflix. And yes, you can definitely do this with a full-time job. Great questions. Loving all these questions coming in. Awesome. All right, here's the whole bundle. I am so excited about the AMZ Scout bonus with getting 5 trending products just like coming to my inbox. I love getting the stuff straight to my email and how to appear on the first page. Like that is so valuable. And then we have all of that in the trainings. So in the trainings is where you come and you can ask as many questions as you want. So don't worry, I'm still keeping an eye on the chat. So feel free to ask. Um, um, so is it lifetime access for, yeah, great question asking. So the the class, like access to the Pro Academy is for the 26 weeks. So you'll get access to all of the videos. And of course, once it's done, there's like an opportunity to keep watching them. But what you'll get to keep is the product research worksheet. That will definitely be yours. The Black Book of Resources, that is yours to keep. Um, the other things that are not documents are included in the 26 weeks, but all the documents, you download that and you keep all that yourself. Yeah, this product research spreadsheet, I made it myself, and then some coaches added to it. It's really loved. People love that. Awesome. So what do you get inside my trainings is productivity tools, right? We need to know how to be productive. Number one thing is using AMZ Scout to find your winning product. You just need to find one product. My product that got me from 0 to a million was one product. And the positioning for your business for success, this is like gold here, right? Because it's like, how do you set up your business? Are you going to do Amazon FBA like I told you, fulfilled by Amazon, or do you want to fulfill it yourself? Because believe it or not, there is an opportunity to fulfill it yourself, and it depends on the product. If you sell a heavy duty cold plunge, you might want to fulfill that one yourself and then make a version that is lighter to ship, like aluminum, right? Or a blow up one to sell on Amazon. And of course, where do you find these products? Well, we have sourcing secrets, and AMZ Scouts tool has a great way to link over to find suppliers. And plus, they have their bonus list. So you are going to be covered with how to source your products, branding, listing creation, and of course, ranking strategies. And you have to advertise a bit. And then we will talk all about reviews. And great question. How often do you update the classes and the sheets after purchase? So the trainings are once a week, and we are, at the beginning of the year. So the trainings that we're doing now, like we just did a training this past week on using influencers to grow your Amazon business. That is a brand new training that goes into the portal, goes into the Pro Academy. So it will be updated and put in there. So you come to the live trainings, and then our trainings are constantly being updated. I built my business off of the trainings, and the live trainings are great. I was at work, so I couldn't make a lot of them, but then I could watch the replay. So you can watch it anytime you want. Sometimes I just listened to it while I drove home. And then when I got home, I might listen and fast forward to parts of it and take notes. I put everything in this like Amazon notebook, and this is still the same notebook that I took all my notes in. And I just keep it with me as I need it. So if I need to be like, oh, what was that information on ranking to page one? I can like go back through all of my notes. That's just how I learn. But you figure out like how to make it yourself. I really think about when I got a mentor to start selling on Amazon, and when I get mentors now to learn things. Like, I'm constantly learning, and I am constantly joining coaching programs and just other ways to better myself. And it's really about investing in yourself. And I'm investing in becoming a better person and learning new skills. And that I bring to my business. So it's always investing in myself so that no matter what I'm doing, I can be better at it so that I can live a better life and make more money, right? So whatever work you put into it, it's what you get out. So if you don't put in any work, then you're not going to get anything out of it, right? It's like then you know, you keep doing what you're doing, and if you feel like, well, what I'm doing today isn't totally where I want to be, then let's put a little bit of effort or a lot of effort into getting you to where you want to go. And that's the beauty of investing in yourself, is it moves at your pace. And I moved extremely fast, right? I went 0 to a million in 12 months because As soon as I learned about the right opportunity to sell on Amazon, like the methods with AMZ insiders, you couldn't hold me back. I was ready to go. I'm like, I've got this. I need to learn more. I need to dig in here. My product's going to be better and better. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, it grew a little too fast. Let's hit reset. But guess what? I have an education and I know how to sell on Amazon. So it doesn't matter that I sold that business. I wasn't sad, like, oh, I can't sell on Amazon anymore. No, I started a new Amazon business, and everything that I learned, all the mistakes I made, I learned from them. And now I'm building my new Amazon business better, and I'm selling products that, um, fit my life better than the other products that I was selling. And I'm happy that somebody bought that business and that fits their lifestyle now because I it outgrew me, and I realized that it was a great business, but it wasn't the one I wanted. Right. And that's the beauty of working for yourself. You can shift and change anytime you want. I see a question. How many products do I sell? How many are performing less than what your goal was? Okay. So that's a great question. My outdoor sports company, the one that went from 0 to 1 million, the I launched one product with three variations. Two of those variations are what made the company from 0 to 1 million. So basically, that's one product with like two different colors. The third variation, the third one, I don't know why, it didn't do that well. So actually by the end of, you know, I don't know, it was like 8 months in, I just like discontinued that one because it wasn't making enough money. Now, I love this question, Michael, because I did launch more products. By the time I sold that company, I think there were a total of 12 products in the product line. But when I tell you I made mistakes and I had to learn, I didn't have capacity to market those other products as well as I was marketing the first ones. So that left opportunity for the growth for the person who bought it from me. Um, and I had marketing plans for them. I just wasn't able to implement them. Okay, so now let's go to the products I sell now. The way that I run my business, my products now, I launch a product. And once it gets to the $10,000 mark a month, 10,000 in sales, then I launch another product because I learned that I wasn't able to fully market and spend time and resources on a product when I had other products that still needed energy. So, is every single product I've ever launched a home run? The stroller strap was not, and right now, I have 16 products in my store, and I would say two of them, I'm kind of like, you know what? I think I'm done with those products because as your store grows, I look at the the brand as a whole, and I am okay cutting out the 20% at the bottom, as long as I have the other products on top that are performing. Now, if my products at the bottom are not performing and those are my only products, well, then I have to think, is it a listing problem? Is it a marketing problem? Is it a product problem? So you'd have to really dig in and say, hey, why is this product not working? Um, so that was kind of a very long answer to your question, but I hope that was helpful. Um, that's a good question. When would I say is a good time frame to switch products that aren't doing well? Um, I think you have to look at it from the approach of, is it a product, right? Like, what are the competitors doing? And is it a listing problem? Did you get bad reviews? Like, what is it? Like, why is the product not doing well? And you can use the AMZ Scout tools to validate your product. So think of it as like you're already selling it, it's not doing well, but we need to revalidate it. Let's look into it almost like you're going to launch the product today and go through the process, right? So if it was the acne patches and they're not selling well, it's like, okay, well, what isn't selling? What why isn't it selling well? But can we answer, is there the opportunity for this product to sell? Can you compete, and does it make money, right? Is the demand there? Can you compete, and does it make money? And if that's a yes still, then we need to see what's going on. The other thing I want to say is if your product isn't performing well, you need to look at your conversion rate. And everything starts with your conversion rate. And and that's a lot of stuff that I work on with people who come in who have already found products to sell and they're not sure what they want to do. Um, am I selling in the US or other markets like Europe and Mexico? So, yes, I do sell in the US for sure, and plenty of products in Mexico. I don't, and in Brazil, and I sell in Canada, Brazil, Mexico, and I have sold in Europe. I have a lotion that I'm keep Amazon keeps telling me I need to be selling it in Europe, but I haven't sold it in Europe yet because the restrictions. I need to do more research on the competitor products that are being sold in Europe. So yeah, good question. And then if you're in Europe, you can sell in the US. So we have lots of people in our program from Europe and in Canada and other countries who then either launch in their country first and then will come and sell in the US. Um, so awesome. These are really great questions. I'm going to keep the chat going. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I like to be just like open and honest with my story. And here is a picture of Uber driver John, the guy who sold pillows. This is our pillow guy, right? Who crushes it selling pillows. He should be selling outdoor sports. I don't want to sell pillows. I'm going to tell you guys that. I just don't. Here's some of your coaches. This is the people who train. We have Jamie Davidson, seven-figure seller. This is who spoke last week. He's from Stack Influence, all about influencers. I'm not talking about celebrities. It's like micro influencers, like people who will even do product pushes just for exchange for the product. And we do so much like quality control. How do you make sure your product looks perfect? Well, come to our trainings, you'll find out, or you watch the videos in the video library. But yeah, these are all of our coaches and our trainers. We have lots of stuff on advertising, and there's me. I just wanted to get to the picture of me. So I love to speak on stages, and look at that. I have the stroller strap with me, and I'm talking about margins. And I just want to say, if you are selling a product and you don't love it right now, and maybe my stroller strap reminds you a little bit of it, um, it's okay. No matter what, it's like you want to be able to understand how to sell products online because products are just growing and Amazon's growing. And look around, there are products everywhere. I personally believe every single person should be selling a physical product online, right? I just think it's like such an opportunity for all of us to sell. So that's just what I believe. And here's Dima. He's actually from the Ukraine, and he came to the US with pretty much nothing. And he took the opportunity and just, very different story than me, but just like me, got excited and sucked into the Amazon community. And now he does over $500,000 a month in sales because he just stuck with it and he just learned Amazon. He learned English as well. And he travels the world with his family. Really cool, unique guy. Awesome to know. And these are some really nice reviews. And we love when people show us their sales, right? Like when you start selling and your sales turn around and you want to send us a screenshot, like it makes my day to be like, yes, you sold 75 units and you're making, $2,500 a day. And this might have just been before breakfast. I don't even know what time of the day the screenshot came from. And you can run this all from your phone, like from an app. Yeah. More awesome reviews. And I'm going to check the chat. Uh, Oh, and then talking about, I see a question about other tools. So it's interesting to show and compare data from one tool to the other. Keep in mind, no matter what tool you use, um, it depends when they pull it from Amazon. Everybody has the same access. So AMZ Scout has been doing this for a very long time, and they go directly to Amazon because they're an Amazon partner. Amazon allows AMZ Scout all of the data to be pulled. Here's a fun question, Michael. Have I had any sellers copy my product? Yes, definitely. Um, Look, when people copy my product, um, they were being sold on eBay, they were being sold, I mean, they copied my product and were selling everywhere. Hey, um, first thing is like imitation, copying is like a form of flattery. So it's like, okay, my business is growing enough, people are copying my product. I went and got a patent as fast as I could. And you can use the transparency program from Amazon, but you have to go through certain steps to prove to Amazon that it's your product and that they're selling either a knockoff or if they're reselling, you can go through that. So there's a lot of steps to take to shut them down. The patent helped when I did it, and I've had meetings with Amazon to get um hijackers off my listing too. Like I've dealt with hijackers. And the thing that I tell myself is like, I'm going to get through it. And I either have to use one of the resources I have, like who can help, like an attorney or somebody who really understands the back end to work with Amazon. And plus, if I go through everything myself, I can work with Amazon. So yeah, everything is case by case. And that's like one of the things we love to do is like help people troubleshoot what they're going through. So I don't know if I like totally answered your question, but I have had hijackers on listings and through the transparency program, able to get them off. And of course, being brand registered is huge. Like I actually there's very few people that we allow to like graduate through our program without brand registry. Like that is just absolutely important to have the brand registry. All right, here's where I was getting back to. Here is the bundle. I'm going to keep this up. We're not going to go much longer, so let me know if you have any more questions. It's about that time to say goodnight. Um, Super happy with all of you. Really appreciate everybody. And I'm so excited for all of you who've taken advantage of this deal. For only $799, you get all of this. This is like an awesome package. I just can't believe like this price. It's kind of like, hey, you pay $7.99 and you have 10 days to look it over. So really super and easy. Can't wait to see a lot of you on the weekly trainings. Join now. I'll see you guys on our weekly training coming up. So very excited to get to know all of you a little bit better, and huge congratulations for investing in yourself and taking this opportunity. So yeah, I'm checking the chat. Let me know any other questions before I say goodnight. Awesome. Well, thank you all. I'll leave the screen up, and it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. You guys are all so kind. Thanks.